Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Palm Beach Skate Zone here in Lake Worth, Florida for tonight's ACHA D3 contest between the visiting Miami Hurricanes and your Lynn University Fighting Knights. Hi everybody, Sam Gelfand here. So excited that you're joining us here live on YouTube. This is game 2 of this series between the Hurricanes and the Fighting Knights. Last night was a thriller. The Fighting Knights took it in overtime, 4-3 off of Cole Dixon's first collegiate goal ever. Miami's had a rough stretch of it, starting their season 0-3, but they've had 2 overtime losses in a row, so you know that they're not to be counted out. Now, for our out-of-town viewers, I do want to give a quick disclaimer because we got something like, I kid you not, 6 different copies of the Miami Hurricanes roster, each one with different players, each one with different numbers, some of them with names misspelled. So we're going to do the best that we can. We have kind of consolidated and we're taking our best guess, but we just want to let you know, in case that you hear a name that is wrong or a number that may not be on there, well, I'll just show you real quick. Normally, when I do a game, I have a roster that looks like this. This is Lynn's roster. This is Miami's. That's almost 40 players. We're going to get it done. It's just not going to be quite as pretty as you may notice. However, we've got plenty of talent, as you can see from that, on the ice. And of course, we got to start by talking about the goalies for each of these teams. First, Max Hoffman in the goal for the University of Miami. Well, he's currently back at center ice. Max Hoffman, 6 foot, 175 pounds. The junior had an .832 save percentage in the 2024 season, allowing an average of 5 goals per game. That being said, this season, his save percentage has gone up to .882. He has had some success. Went to Bryn Athyn College in 2022, which is ACHA D2. Went to high school in both New Mexico and Pennsylvania as well. And when you're talking goalie play, you gotta talk Tristan Falsetto. 6'3", 185 pounds, led the Fighting Knights in save percentage last year, and is doing so currently this year with a .900 save percentage, 3 goals allowed per game. He was previously the captain of the USPHL Elite Carolina Junior Hurricanes. Hockey is in his blood. His father and his brother both play junior hockey. His father at the Division A level in Canada. There are 2 minutes remaining on the clock before this one gets underway. We will be back with starting lineups in the national anthem. We are so happy you're joining us, and we will see you in just 2 minutes.
We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Del Moro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. Formerly Mystic Lobster Roll of Boca Raton, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.linhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this Boca Raton-based broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director and producer Benjamin Funes. Camera operator Karen Nadler. And other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action.
It is hockey time in Lake Worth. Thank you for joining us here live on YouTube. Sam Gelfand here for the Lynn University Fighting Knights alongside this student-led broadcast crew other than me. Making up Emily Lumenello on camera, Mariah Hathorne on our other camera, and high school student Hugo Szapoczy, our director-producer. The Hurricanes have to be holding a bit of a grudge after last night. And playing hockey with a grudge, that is a dangerous thing, let me tell you. This is a sport where fighting's legal. And we are just about ready to get underway. Lynn actually down a man at the very last minute. They had a last-minute scratch. Griffin Culmer, the freshman defender, has been taken off, which means that they're only going to have about 6 defenders out there on the ice. Could be an issue, but we are underway. Bit of a messy face-off. Hard to say who came up the better for it. However, it's Cole Lottis. And a quick save by Max Hoffman. Lynn getting aggressive right off the bat. Lottis gets it away. He's able to fire off, but Hoffman just too much. He was a thorn in their side all last night. Miami cannot quite interdict the pass. That's Ben Merrill fighting for it by the boards. Taken around the back of the ice. That's Evan Sudeikis who gets it out of harm's way. Now across. Quick one-timer just right of the net. Boy, that could have been a close one. That was a great feed to Ryan Way, the freshman. But Riker Ferry just wasn't able to get it done. Neither was Way. Now here's Patterson. Round to Merrill. Puck gets away. And Miami is trying to do something with it. Way racing for it. Patterson beats him there. Dixon now pushing up down the boards. Gets away from his man, but his pass to Patterson is off the mark. Merrill fighting for it. And the defense is being pesky for sure, but I mean, you got to remember, will they be able to keep that up all game down a defender? It's going to be tough. Miami, by the way, only has 1 goalie on the roster, so if something happens to Hoffman, they're done. Max Mensimer, long shot, very high, very wide, forget it. Fast-paced right off the bat here in Lake Worth. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we have a live comment section here on YouTube, and we are taking a look at it all game, so feel free to share your thoughts, and if we like what you say, we might even read it out on the air. Quick poke away by Falsetto. That shot attempt from Jake Turlick. Backhanded attempt is off the mark, and Turlick trying to get physical against the captain, Towns Haley. Now Andre pushing up down the right side. He's got 2 men on him, tries to shovel it off. And the Canes come up with it. Jack Jusko doesn't have much help. He's got to take the shot, and Falsetto deflects. That is sent all the way down the ice and wraps around the boards. It'd be some favorable position that they are fighting for it. Now that one goes around the bend. Sent back, Remy Kagan sent it round the boards. A roundabout pass to Matt Callahan. Callahan pushing up, has to go round the back of the net. And it's poked away from him. Not too many shots on goal. Lots of posturing for shots on goal as that one skips off of the stick of Turlick and out of play. Neither team's been able to get too many looks. There have been a couple. And, you know, you got to wonder if this early start time could mess with any of these players' energy. They just played last night. That's not much recovery. In fact, this is the shortest recovery time that the Fighting Knights will get this entire season. Miami takes the face-off. Michelini Down to Castracani, sent it back behind the boards. Castracani with a couple of hits. And coming up with it is Breguet. Lou Breguet. And cleared by Patterson. Constant on the receiving end of a couple of hits, flicked out by the Hurricanes. And Poirier comes up with it. Castracani right there. Pass is screened, and Falsetto didn't even have to worry about it. Pushing up with the Fighting Knights, gets away from Jackson Doty into the corner. Sent back away, almost a shot on goal. Puck rolls on its side, and that's icing. Now, we mentioned last night, Lynn University won 4-3 in overtime. Way more shots on goal for the Hurricanes than the Fighting Knights did, but Brody Dixon had a fantastic performance, able to shut that down. And Cole Dixon also able to get a game winner off. His first collegiate goal, and what a time to do it. Ian Urim tries to find somebody, instead it goes down the boards. Urim behind the net, out to Stebbins, flicks in! Chase Stebbins with his second goal of the season. And Lynn's on the board, it's 1-0. Some perfect passing there. Just an excellent feed. Looks like that was Tommy Asaro. And we are back underway. Passing really is the name of the game, especially at this level of hockey. It's your most basic fundamental. He who passes the best gets the best chances to score. Stebbins takes it away. Quick shovel off to Cole Dixon. He's still got to be riding high after last night. Dixon tries to do it himself. What a save by Hoffman. Now the Canes coming up with it. That shot taken away by the defense. Fighting Knights not out of the woods yet. Wraparound attempt, and the pass is off the mark. The feed from Elian Estulin didn't quite get it done. Neither did that shot from Estulin. You're going to have to do better than that if you want to get through Falsetto. Falsetto showing why he was the opening night goalie and will likely be the top goalie all year, as there's another shot and another save for Falsetto. This one coming off of Ryan Way. Down the ice goes Lattis. And poked away by Riker Ferry, pushing up 2-on-2. Ferry measures, it goes high. Now the puck sent back to Kyle McGuire. He finds Way. Estulin, a big hit. The helmet comes off, and that'll draw a whistle. How hard you got to hit someone for his helmet to come off? But Cole Dixon got rocked with an elbow there. I don't know if the referees caught that. If they did, that could be a minor. But instead, it looks like they're going to let it go, and we're just going to have a face-off instead. And that's a very quick icing. And we're right back to where we were. Lynn wins the face-off, wrapping around the boards. That's Ferry now trying to get to it. Patterson, and, oh, that could have been a trip, but Merrill able to get through it. Lattis having trouble with his stick. It was defended, and that prevents a much stronger shot on goal. Watch the defense there from Ryan Way getting his stick in. He was trapping the Fighting Knights stick, preventing certain disaster for the Hurricanes. Castracani finds Jusko, and that draws a whistle. Yet another face-off. It's Marc-Andre and Jack Jusko on that face-off. They'll likely be the pair you'll see all day. Through the skates of Callahan and more tie-ups behind the net. Swinging around is Michelini. Falsetto, just a very easy stop. A huge hit by Patterson. And that draws some applause from the Fighting Knights bench. Nochi going down, and he is not able to find Don McKiernan. Andre now swinging right. Tried for another one-timer, couldn't find his man. Owen Murphy, yet another freshman, pushes down to Andre, pass misses him. This is an extremely young Lynn team. On their 29-man roster, 4 seniors, 7 juniors, 9 sophomores, 9 freshmen. And playing today, 8 of those freshmen, 7 of those sophomores, 4 juniors, 2 seniors. So this is perhaps the youngest roster that we may see from Lynn all season. It's not easy to get younger than this. Pushing down are the Canes. Up against the boards, right underneath us. Towns Haley able to get it out of harm's way. And that one gets just by Murphy. Murphy now taking a moment to reset. Backhands it to Towns Haley. Right by the goal. It is put in! Some heads-up play from the Hurricanes, and we're all tied up. The puck gets loose, and there was only so much the Fighting Knights could do. The freshman, Raphael Morin. Already, this is turning out to be a heck of a game. Puck skips away from Constant. Couple of hits. Long shot is deflected by Hoffman. It gets back to Doty. Second time, not the charm. Pushed down the boards right to Quinn Judge. Judge had himself a nice start to the season. 2 goals and an assist so far. The sophomore from Point Lookout, New York. I swear, half this team's from Long Island. Both of these teams pretty metropolitan, international. They're well-traveled. Only a couple players from each squad actually from Florida. Pushing up is Cole Dixon. He's got some great puck handling skills. Shovels off to Constant, wide left. Judge backhands. Evan Rocha couldn't quite snipe. Now here's Dixon through traffic off the skate. Once again off the skate, that one off of Mensimer. Constant fighting in the corner. And the momentum is on Lynn's side. They just have to get it done. That's the hardest thing to do, though, and that's a big turnover. Hurricanes pushing up. A save by Falsetto. And that's Henry Skinger, deflected by Falsetto. So big opportunities. Lynn's just got to figure out how to capitalize, and now they're in the danger zone. Another face-off on their side of the ice. 2 goals already. We're not even 10 minutes into it. Credit the Fighting Knights defense, and credit Falsetto with another great stop. They're hitting the board so hard it messed up the camera behind the goal. We're going to have to fix that in between periods. Back underway, taken out of harm's way by Asaro. Sent down the ice to Urim, but it skips off the stick, and McGuire is able to recover it for the Canes. Poirier tries to get it out of the way. Instead, it's a Stulin. A Stulin, believe it or not, involved with 50% of all Hurricanes scoring this year. Off the glove of Falsetto, another stop for him. Pushing up now is Asaro. Tries from off the beltway, and that was just way too wide left. Ryan Way now. Tries to get it to a Stulin. Poirier nips those plans in the bud. Swinging it round, not too many options. Long shot attempted by Michelini off the stick. Michelini recovers that pass, interdicts it. Has to send it around the boards. Not much else he can do with it. A Stulin there to recover. A Stulin shot attempt and a pad save by Falsetto. 2 saves in about a half a second. Hang that in the Louvre. Urim now to Stebbins, trying to flick it along the boards. Taken away by Michelini. Patterson fighting now with Michelini. And ultimately it's Callahan who recovers from the scrum, but it's pushed down to the captain, Towns Haley. Haley off the boards, down the ice. Let's go back and take a look at that save once again from Falsetto, both of them. Some real nice stuff. Off the blocker and then off the blocker again. I mean, it's easy to keep talking about the goalies, but we've seen some great plays so far. Skims just over the top bar, does Turlik. Now Turlik recovers again. And another save by Falsetto, deflecting Jusko. More fighting in the corner, backhanded, and Falsetto tries to get it out of the way. Turlik's got to use the skate. Pushed down to Ben Merrill. Merrill, quick flick, but he wasn't able to find Lattis. Lattis now over to Murphy. It almost worked for him, getting that out of harm's way. Now Mason Kaplan. Yeah, guess what? Just another freshman tied up in the boards. Pushed out past Murphy. And now Murphy. Looking for something to do. A hard hit into the boards. Shoveled off backhand by Mensimer. Haley tries to get a shot off, stopped by Hoffman. Hoffman down to Zadakis. Zadakis back to Mensimer. Taken away. Quick shot and a save. Now Lattis. Fighting, he's got 2 men on him. It's Kaplan tied up, and Lattis gets it out. Merrill, one-timer, doesn't quite connect the way he wanted it to. Murphy taken away by Turlik. Turlik pushing up, and he skims, he threads the needle. A beautiful top left corner goal. You could animate that by hand, and the placement would not be as perfect. Jake Turlick, a highlight reel goal. I mean, that was just over the shoulder of Falsetto. Even if he could react in time, physically, there was nothing he could do. You can't move a shoulder like that quick. Now it's Rocha for the Fighting Knights, pushing around the boards. Finds Andre. One of those real huge players you see for Lynn. Andre 6'4", 205, an absolute unit. Some big defensemen for the Fighting Knights. And similarly, we've seen Towns Haley. He is 6'6", 220. Yet, not hard to find them in a crowd. Off Andre's stick, and Breguet trying to push up, instead finds Andre. Andre shoveled back. Falsetto with another save. Hit from Morin. Andre down the near side. Is it taken away? Nochi behind the board. Back out to Andre, gets through his stick, and he was not happy about that. Andre now to Nochi. Nochi gets tangled up in the boards, a couple of huge hits. And yeah, that'll draw a penalty. Around here, they are just fighting tooth and claw for that puck.
We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible.
Fighting Knights Power Play brought to you by Goldie's Gang. Skinger goes into the sin bin for 2 minutes. And frankly, I'm surprised it took this long for there to be a power play. Lynn's first game of the season, they had 24 penalty minutes. Dixon wrapping around, finds Merrill. The Canes crowding the box. Pass gets deflected off of Turlick. But that's a clear. And the Canes are well into the penalty kill. 1 minute 30 remaining in the power play. Constant now. Finds Dixon. There's Merrill, flicked back to the other circle. Nice little slap shot, but it misses high and wide. Halfway through the power play now, just a couple of shots on goal from the Fighting Knights. They don't want to take too much time as that pass gets away from Constant. That's exactly what you didn't want to see. Lattice trying to push up, taken away by Gupta. Patterson finds Doty. Doty backhands to Constant. From forever and a day away, deflected by the defense. Falsetto has to get that out of the way. 30 seconds remain in the power play. Lattice to Doty, gets caught in the skates and cleared off the boards by the Canes. Forgot about the Hurricanes. If the Fighting Knights can't do anything with this power play, that's a natural disaster. 3 seconds left and we are back to full strength. That's a successful Miami penalty kill. Andre trying to find an open man. He's struggling in the corner. And now pushing up is Astulin. Astulin almost beat Patterson. And Patterson now, Astulin can't get to it. That goes full down the ice and results in icing. That was a massive penalty kill for the Miami Hurricanes. Last year, the Fighting Knights, a very good power play team. In fact, they were third in power play percentage out of 14 teams in College Hockey South, fifth in power play goals. However, they were 10th in penalty kill percentage, 13th in goals allowed. They have shaped up this season so far in their 2 games they've had this season. As Marc-Andre takes it across the red line. But for some to do with it, but it is taken away by Riker Ferry. That puck literally kicked out by Poirier, and the shot misses wide. Another icing. .319 remaining in the first period. It's been an action-packed contest so far. The name of the game has perhaps been trying to convert on all these chances. As Kaplan pushes up 2-on-2. Hesitates for a moment. Shot is deflected by the defense. Poirier pushes it out. Asaro down the boards. Sadakis waiting behind the net. Sends it down to Callahan. Beats Poirier. But Turlik not able to get it done a second time. Taken away from Turlik, poked down, and man, if Falsetto doesn't want to be a goalie anymore, he could play baseball. That was a nice glove stop. Haley down the boards, and now that's a Canes possession that goes off the stick. Turlik just misses. He tried for the exact same shot that got him the goal, but this time the accuracy wasn't there. Now Stebbins recovers one-on-one off the stick out of play. Oh, what a chance. Stebbins now up to 2 goals and an assist this season. The sophomore from Enfield, Connecticut, played for the USPHL Elite Springfield Junior Picks. And funnily enough, Stebbins also has an IMDb page. What for, I don't know, but perhaps he's the brightest star on this Fighting Knights roster. Another icing. We've got more icing than a bakery out here tonight. Yeah, they're hitting the board so hard. That goal was centered on that camera shot at the beginning of the game. And right now we're just waiting for that face-off to be back underway. That is Drew Constant and Louis Del Duco. Haley now, long shot and a glove save for Hoffman. Good of the Fighting Knights to try to bring the energy and push quick. You know, with goalies like these, you just got to keep pressing the attack. Haley deflected off a defender's skate. And now it's Breguet going past the red line. Taken away by Murphy. And it looks like there is a minor penalty called on Drew Constant of the Fighting Knights. Let's see if we can see what it was. Oh yeah, that was a back elbow, and then looked like that was an elbow into the boards. Yep, referee confirmed it. 2-minute minor penalty for an elbow. That is a Hurricanes power play. This Lynn University penalty kill attempt is brought to you by Team Coalition. .151 remaining, and don't forget the power play, if no one scores, will carry over to the second period as well. But Constant's a playmaker for the Fighting Knights, and that's a big loss. Get out of traffic and move it, the coach bellows. The coach being Tom Lumenello. And Ferry now waiting behind the X. Not much going on for Way. That's poked away by Zadakis. Down the boards, Astulin trips them up, trips up Asaro, but it generates an opportunity for the Fighting Knights. Nochi fakes the one-timer, tries a little closer to the goal, and Hoffman stops it. And that was a huge hit from Astulin. Credit to Asaro for recovering so quickly, though. About a minute remains in this first period. So happy you're joining us here live on YouTube. Straight into the chest, and Falsetto saves again. .107 remains in the power play, so there'll be 10 seconds of it when we come back in the second period. That was Ferry and Kaplan on the face-off, and that goes well into the netting. Well-attended game here at the Palm Beach Skate Zone. Lots of Hurricanes fans making the trip up to Lake Worth. And plenty of Lynn fans crowding around the back of the boards right now. They're not really in the stands. It's a better view, can't blame them. At least for one side of the ice, is Zadakis now. Measuring, deciding, finds Astulin. Astulin down the boards to Ferry. Astulin now, can't get past Haley. Pushed out of the way by Stebbins. Flicked out by Zadakis. Over to Ferry. Astulin now, past the blue line. Double teamed. Stebbins races for it, can't get to it. Miami maintains possession. Kaplan almost broke through. Instead, Ferry off the stick of Haley, who bats it out of the air. Trying to get it off the skates. Kaplan now, with 10 seconds left, pushing up to Stebbins. Quick shot! And it misses wide off the boards. Astulin, 3 seconds, hoping to get something done. Long shot, glove save by Falsetto. Some real fast-paced action coming at the end of the first period. That's a tricky shot for Falsetto to defend, too. Bit of a screen there. Half a second left in the first period. And really all the Canes can do is just try to shovel it off as quickly as possible. That's going to be a tough test. Deflected by Rocha, and the first period comes to a close. Miami takes the lead 2-1 as we are 1/3 of the way through this contest. This has been a great one so far. Super fast-paced. Yeah, the shots on goals have been lacking a little bit, but then there's been a lot of great defense from both sides. The name of this game has been converting on passing. The passing has been a little bit off the mark for both of these teams, and as soon as they can firm it up, we're going to see a lot more shot-on-goal attempts. So right now it's 2-1, and that could change very quickly as it did all night last night in the first game of this series. So we'll be back in about 15 minutes with the start of period number 2. Don't you dare go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Del Moro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. Formerly Mystic Lobster Roll of Boca Raton, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.linhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this Boca Raton-based broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director and producer Benjamin Funes. Camera operator Karen Nadler. And other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action. We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Del Moro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. Formerly Mystic Lobster Roll of Boca Raton, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.linhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this Boca Raton-based broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director and producer Benjamin Funes. Camera operator Karen Nadler. And other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action. We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Dalmoro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. Formerly Mystic Lobster Roll of Boca Raton, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.linhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this Boca Raton-based broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director and producer Benjamin Funes. Camera operator Karen Nadler. And other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action. We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Dalmoro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. Formerly Mystic Lobster Roll of Boca Raton, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.linhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this Boca Raton-based broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director and producer Benjamin Funes. Camera operator Karen Nadler. And other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action. We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Dalmoro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. Formerly Mystic Lobster Roll of Boca Raton, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.linhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this Boca Raton-based broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director and producer Benjamin Funes. Camera operator Karen Nadler. And other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action.
Lynn University makes the long walk from the literal opposite side of the entire Palm Beach skate zone in order to make their way back for period number 2 in this contest between the Miami Hurricanes and the Lynn Fighting Knights. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Sam Gelfand here on behalf of this otherwise entirely student-run broadcast crew. Camera operators Mariah Hathorne and Emily Lumenello, and high school student Hugo Szapoczy, our director-producer. You know, it's a great thing not just to be able to bring you this game, but also to be able to train the next generation of sports broadcast talent as we're doing it. It's so fulfilling, and we're so happy we're able to offer you this service. Referee calls for the whistle, and hopefully the rest of the Fighting Knights are back. I mean, it is seriously, their locker room is literally on the other side of this complex. There are 3 rinks here. They're 3 rinks away for reasons beyond my understanding. So they didn't really even get a chance to warm up at all, as we will start period number 2 in a 5-on-3. Right before period 1 expired, Chase Stebbins sent to the bad boy box. And now we're back to a normal power play as Constant is able to escape punishment. Quick shovel by Stulin and stopped by Falsetto. Yeah, he's let 2 through, but he's had some excellent reactions. Contested face-off eventually brought back by the Fighting Knights. That puck goes all the way down ice, and Hoffman has to stop it. 1:20 remaining in the power play. Stulin takes it by himself. He gets through 4, but the shot misses right. Stulin almost took it coast to coast. One-timer attempt defended by the Fighting Knights, and that puck rolls on its side back to Hoffman. Under a minute left in the power play. This Lynn University penalty kill attempt brought to you by Team Coalition. Mensimer over to Way. Some hits near the boards and sent back to Mensimer, to Stulin. And Dixon is there, but Stulin gets it back, misses Mensimer. There's a hit by Rocha. Ferry fighting Rocha. One-timer is deflected by Falsetto. 12 seconds left in the power play. Astulin gets it off quickly, but it is taken away by Dixon. Oh, he dekes his man. Dixon, quick shot, and a save by Hoffman. We are back to full strength. Dixon, the second one, misses wide. And that one pops into the rafters, I think. That was a great shot there from Dixon, who is riding high after scoring his first collegiate goal ever to win the game in overtime last night. Poirier deflected. Turlick fighting for it. Poirier. Hurricanes going flying. Kaplan gets it past the blue line. Collected by Kagan. Fighting with Lattice at the boards, trying to wrap around. And Merrill's shot is well defended by Hoffman. Not an easy play to make. And Lattice sails high. Patterson from way downtown is deflected. Kaplan taken away by Turlick. Off the boards. And it's a speed skating contest here. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we have a live comment section here on YouTube. We're looking at it, and we'd love to hear your thoughts on this game. If you like what you say, we might even read it out live on the air. Kaplan lets that one skip off the boards. Merrill in a one-on-one. Merrill backhands, and it misses Lattice. Still finds a man, but it's deflected. Lattice behind the X. A great stop by Kyle McGuire. Some heads-up defense there. Off Turlick, Poirier, and Andre with a shoulder tackle. Now Patterson pushing up to McKiernan. Kaplan shoots, and it is barely sent away from the net in time. Maybe the best chance of the period so far, as Andre sends it down the boards. 4 minutes have elapsed and no time at all. A seated McKiernan still trying to get it out of the way. Andre off the stick. Stopped by Jusko. Andre now trying to do something. The Canes are crashing the box. Gets out right in front of Hoffman and deflected by Castracani. Now it's Andre pushing near. Nochi can't do it. Turlick now 3-on-1, stopped. He gets tripped, but all is well. Little jersey tug. And Del Duco can't do anything either. A whistle there comes, well, I mean, I don't know if you can say that was just in time. That might have been about 15 seconds too late with the way that these two teams are playing. And it looks like we're going to have a power play as Jake Turlick is sent off. I believe they said that's slashing. And it's time for a Fighting Knights power play brought to you by Goldie's Gang. Jake Turlick, the junior from Stratford, Connecticut, a linchpin of this Hurricanes offense. They'll have to do without him for 2 minutes. As Dixon comes down with it. Remember, last year, Lynn, one of the best teams on the power play in all of College Hockey South. Lattice pushing up and cleared by the Canes. But not for long. Dixon gets through. Here's Constant. Measuring. Looking for an option. Behind the boards, finds Lattice, back to Constant. One-timer, Doughty. Misses wide right. It's Doughty, excuse me. Lattice to Doughty. Finds Dixon now. The Canes still crashing the net. In the corner, that's Constant, back to Dixon. And the slap shot just barely misses right of the post. Constant now up near the net. Tries for a 1-2-3. And that was an incredible save, a standing ovation from the Canes bench, and a save worthy of it. I mean, they made a nice little triangle there. That is hard for any goalie to defend. There's still almost exactly 1 minute left in the power play. And the Knights trying to move fast. Constant pushing up. Lattice just shoveled. Just too high. Merrill, Doughty, Dixon. Constant. Dixon has a look. It's wide left. How many of these shots have actually been shots on goal? That's the big question right now, as Falsetto is able to find it and get it out of the way. Short-handed shot is no good off the defender, Jusko, with a good attempt, though. Doughty takes it away, skips it down the boards. Now skating quick is McGuire, taken away by Dixon. 12 seconds left in the power play. And Dixon decides to do it himself. Down the right side corridor. Poked away by the defense. We're back to full strength. Dixon up close. Lattice. Doughty tries to backhand it wide. It's a different story in this period as there's some pesky defense from the Fighting Knights. Last period, the passing wasn't there. That one gets through! From the Waffle House off the Beltway, a long, long goal for the Fighting Knights. We're all tied up. You're going to see this one on highlight reels for the rest of the year. What a gorgeous shot. Now it's Michelini pushing up. Could not see the number of the player who scored that. We'll let you know as soon as we get that info. And the Canes have some ground to make up. That was Drew Constant. Drew Constant with Brendan Patterson on the assist. I said it like that just to make the highlights easier later tonight. That's our little secret. And speaking of Canes, I don't know if any of you out there are college football fans. I imagine that many of the college football fans for Miami are currently, well, they just wrapped up college game day. They're on their way to the UM-UF game. But last night, the other Hurricanes, the Tulsa Golden Hurricane, absolutely demolishing Oklahoma State. Now, I mean, look, I lived in Tulsa for 18 months. I didn't go to the school even, but that just filled me with glee. Tulsa's first win against Oklahoma State since 1998, their first in Stillwater since 1951. Love a good underdog story, and that's the sort of thing that you see from Lynn in general, because don't forget, Lynn is one of, if not the smallest school in this conference, only about 3,000 students. Playing with the big boys, Miami, UCF, USF, FAU, all opponents we're seeing this year. Now, last year, these two teams played 4 times. The series tied at 2 apiece, tied 1 apiece here at the skate zone. The average score, a tie. Lynn narrowly leads in shots on goal and penalty minutes last year. Patterson pushing up, trying to get something done quickly. And the Hurricanes just too much. Mensimer gets it away. McKiernan round the way to Nochi. That Skinger is able to get it done. A little hit to the back there. And a delayed call. And we're about to get another power play. 2-minute minor on Chris Michelini of the Hurricanes, and that means it is a Lynn University power play. Yet another. Still doesn't compare to the first game of the season. I swear we saw more power play time than regular full-strength time as Dixon is back on the attack. Dowdy off the blocker. Great stop by Hoffman. And now it finally gets out of harm's way. But the Canes not out of the woods. Dixon, quick slap shot. Just barely misses, does Merrill. Merrill has 3 assists but no goals on the season, looking for his first. Lattice defended. And Constant up into the boards. More contests in the corner. You know, we're talking a lot about these freshman players for Lynn, and why not? They have been fantastic so far. Some of the freshman highlights for both of these teams: Mason Kaplan, a Maryland All-State first-team selection. All-State second team in Rhode Island is John McKiernan. All-State first team in Vermont, Brendan Patterson. Cooper Sexton, Ohio All-Conference, and now it's a 5-on-3. Evan Zadakis has been sent into the penalty box. It looks like Michelini is going to get some company. Now some real dire straits for the Canes. Merrill could take a little bit of time. There's a minute left in the 5-on-3. And that's a crucial clear for a Stulin. Dixon, though, keeps pressing. Quickly to Lattice. Slap shot. Merrill defended by Hoffman. The Fighting Knights hoping to find their spot. That almost pokes through, but another blocker save by Hoffman. And Dixon raises a stool and comes up on the winning end. 30 seconds left in the 5-on-3, and then once the 5-on-3 expires, we'll get just over a minute left of a regular power play. Dixon, Lattice gets away. Lattice defended by Mensimer, and Mensimer sends the puck clear. You know, we mentioned College Game Day. Believe it or not, Mensimer's jersey was featured on College Game Day today by none other than the Florida Panthers' Matthew Tkachuk. Lattice tripped up, and Hoffman makes the stop. Some rough contact, and the refs are going to have to get in the middle of that. Two-minute minor for slashing, the referees say, for Cole Lattice, who slams that door into the penalty box with some authority. He is not happy about that. And for 1 second, we get to use our new graphic. It's a 4-on-4. 3-on-4. I'm taking the graphic off. We had 3 4-on-4s in the first home game here last week, believe it or not. Didn't even have the graphic at the time. I thought to myself, hey, we're never going to use it. When do you see a 4-on-4? And now it's a 4-on-4. Some fast-paced hockey coming your way now as Kaplan goes for the shot. It skips through. Poked in. Quinn Judge. The Fighting Knights retake the lead. We got to show this a couple of times. So that trickles through, and it is poked in by Judge. What a beauty. The 4-on-4 should expire, but it's still on the board for some reason. So we'll follow the direction of the scoreboard. That's Quinn Judge's third goal of the season so far. Kaplan's first assist, his first point at the collegiate level. Now Judge fighting at the boards as Stulen gets it away. Pass stopped by Patterson, but the Knights can't do anything with it. Poirier dumps it. Turlick is right there. Kaplan tripped up. On the far side of your screen. They're fighting for it now behind the goal. Quebecer Poirier gets it out of the way. Judge now. Scoops it high. That goes off the cross beams of the roof. You don't see that too often. I want to see that goal again. Some excellent heads-up play from Judge. A great shot from Kaplan. Trickles through Hoffman's legs. And that makes all the difference. 30 seconds left now on this Miami power play. The penalty kill attempt brought to you by Team Coalition. Ryan Way taking his time. The real freshman standout for Miami. Stulen measuring. Round the bend. Off to Mensimer across the ice. And cleared by Haley. Sudeikis couldn't do anything with it. Hoffman off to Mensimer. 5 seconds left in the power play. Poked away from Mensimer by Constant. Mensimer gets it back. Here's Way. Swatted out of the air by Falsetto. Clears the way back to Hoffman. We're back to full strength. Into the corner. Stebbins fighting for it. Now that gets out to Mensimer. Deeks' man gets past Stebbins off the board. Stulen, a real nice backhanded pass. Off the blocker. Man, Falsetto. Another attempt. Save by Falsetto. A couple of pretty ones in a couple of seconds. So you get that one off the blocker, then you get the rebound. And Falsetto's still too much. 6:48 remains in the second period. This one's flying by. I swore the period just started. Up in the boards, got a four-man scrum. I mean, can they even find it? Well, someone eventually did. Castracani tries to get it out of harm's way. Instead, it goes into the netting and out of play. Miami's still looking for their first win of the year after 2 overtime losses in a row. First to FAU, then to Lynn last night. Asaro able to get through. Now here's Stebbins. Long shot and a save by Hoffman. There's so much power on this young Lynn team. Some real powerful slap shots all the way around, and Miami gets to the puck first. It's Morin who has a goal already. Morin taken away. Patterson round the boards. Off the glass and pushed down by Poirier. Merrill fighting for it underneath our camera position. Sent back toward the Fighting Knights side of the ice. It's Patterson and Michelini. Gets past Merrill. Quick shot off the pads. Morin wanted a second. And Falsetto continues to impress. It's Morin again at the boards. Round the boards now. Patterson. Just over 5 minutes left in the second period. Lattice can't get to it in time. Kaplan, Lattice. They're hitting hard out there, and that one is cleared. Patterson gets to it first. Miami on defense now, trying to turn defense into offense. Astulin, one-on-one, poked away before he can get a shot off. Astulin tries for a one-timer. It is taken away by Lattis. Tried to find Ferry, did Astulin. Lattis tried to push up to Merrill off the skate. And Lynn could really use an insurance goal here. Miami just wants to tie it up. But these teams are so evenly matched. They have been since last year, as Ferry almost found Way. Way off the blocker. Now it's Owen Murphy. And pushed through by Lattis. Nochi now behind the Miami goal. Another tight formation. An attempt to bat it down by Murphy, but just couldn't do it. Trapped by Hoffman, and everyone can finally catch their breath. This has been a breathless couple of minutes. Both teams trying to get some offense in. They're playing with urgency, as you would expect at this point in the game, with this score at this point in the game. The second period of the game, by the way, in case you didn't see, brought to you by Bauer. Callahan saw the one-timer attempt. In fact, they called for it, but they couldn't convert. Now Andre. Pushed away from McKiernan. As mentioned at the top of this broadcast, Lynn had a last-minute scratch. They're playing with 20 of the 21 possible players on the roster as Marc-Andre now finds Judge. Judge is repelled. Judge, longer, off the glove. Now near the boards, that's Murphy. Judge, past Judge, here's Constant. Tries to shovel it off on the other side to Judge, but the defense just too much from Mensimer. Pass intercepted. Dixon tries to poke it away. Constant. Judge setting a pick of sorts. Constant over to Judge. Quickly back to Constant. Tries to get a shot off. Just too much defense in the box. Pushing up is Turlick. Pushed away by Haley. Judge now comes up with it. Playing with the rec specs. Haven't seen those in too long. Judge taken away by Mensimer. Now big pile up in the corner. Here's Turlick. One-on-one, misses high. Sent down the boards by Callahan. Finds Astulin through the referee's legs. And Constant eventually comes up with it through the legs of Doughty. And this goes back Miami's way if, there's not an icing. Minute 30 left in the second period, and this one is still as exciting as ever. A great year for the Hurricanes last year. Their AAU Division II team finished 13th in the country at Nationals. Their Division III team national champions, and members of both of those D2 and D3 teams on the ice today for the Hurricanes. Gets away from Constant. Ferry all the way down, and Falsetto able to trap it just in time. Once again, we appreciate all of you joining us here live on YouTube. Sam Gelfand alongside Mariah Hathorne, Emily Lumenello, and Hugo Szapoczy. This four-person, three-quarter students broadcast crew. Behind the net, it's Ferry. Bothered by Haley, that shot went parallel to the goal. Astulin now wraps around again. Haley pokes it away. And instead it's Asaro. Not out of the woods. Quick shot, misses wide right from Casracani. Less than a minute to go. The Fighting Knights getting aggressive. Sent backwards to Michelini. 20 seconds. Miami might want to try to get that final shot off, but the pass is errant. Poirier with it. Gets past Stebbins. Push up to Way. Way alone. Hit from the back. Deflected by Falsetto. Up at the net. Tries to shovel it in. Does Riker Ferry? We got a whistle before that. Will that end the second period, or are we going to have a second put back on the clock? Let's see. Ferry's gloves have come off. A couple of gloves have come off, actually. It looks like that's not going to be an indicator if anyone's going to the sin bin, and no one will. The team's filing off the ice now. 3-2, your score after 2. A very close game, back and forth. The Fighting Knights have the lead for now, but it will not stay that way, most likely, forever. It's all going to depend on the strength of the passing, the strength of the shooting as well, and most obviously, as we saw in this period, the strength of the defense. Yes, I kind of just named every aspect of playing hockey, but that's all right. Because we're going to be back in about 15 minutes with the start of period number 3. Do not dare go anywhere. You don't want to miss the exciting conclusion to this contest.
We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Del Moro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. Formerly Mystic Lobster Roll of Boca Raton, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.linhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this Boca Raton-based broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director and producer Benjamin Funes. Camera operator Karen Nadler. And other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action. We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Dalmoro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. Formerly Mystic Lobster Roll of Boca Raton, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.linhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this Boca Raton-based broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director and producer Benjamin Funes. Camera operator Karen Nadler. And other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action. We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Dalmoro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. Formerly Mystic Lobster Roll of Boca Raton, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.linhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this Boca Raton-based broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director and producer Benjamin Funes. Camera operator Karen Nadler. And other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action. We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Dalmoro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. Formerly Mystic Lobster Roll of Boca Raton, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.linhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this Boca Raton-based broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director and producer Benjamin Funes. Camera operator Karen Nadler. And other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action.
One period remains, 2 periods down. Miami Hurricanes and the Lynn Fighting Knights. It's been a back-and-forth contest so far. It's been a physical one. It's been a contest where these teams have really had to fight to shape up. They started this game a little loose, but things have been tightening up as it's gone on. We're glad that you're joining us here for this third period. Sam Gelfand here, alongside Mariah Hathorne and Emily Lumenello on our 2 cameras, and Hugo Szapoczy, our director-producer. Third period is underway, and the Fighting Knights are first with the puck. I've been informed that they are not to ever be referred to as the Knights. They are always solely the Fighting Knights, which is fun when you're trying to write. Breguet fighting for it, and that is poked backwards by Louis Del Duco, the sophomore. Pushing up, stopped by Hoffman. He's had a solid game so far, and even if he wasn't, the Canes got no choice. He's their only goalie. Kaplan fighting for it. Rocha pokes it away. Breguet now, left wing, stopped by Falsetto and deflected. Kaplan in the boards. Saucer pass. Back to the Canes. McGuire's there, but that's an icing. You know, we have not seen too many power plays for Lynn. We've seen 3 or 4 so far tonight, which is kind of shocking considering... Well, there's one. It's a good thing I brought this up as Max Mensimer heads to the bench. Max Mensimer heads to the bad boy box. He led the Hurricanes with 60 penalty minutes last season. Only 20-something games. It's been a big focus for the Hurricanes, cutting down on those penalty minutes. As Andre couldn't find Poirier. Poirier takes the shot. It is stopped by Hoffman. This Fighting Knights power play brought to you by Goldie's Gang. It's a hard stop to make so close to the net. Andre wrangles it. They're still fighting for it. Pulled away by Kaplan. Shovels it off wide right. Minute and a half remaining in the power play. Judge Poirier off the boards. Falsetto beats Patterson to it. The third period of play is brought to you by Howie's Hockey Tape. The world's strongest hockey tape, as Quinn Judge takes it round the boards. Just looking for something to do with it. 1 minute remains in the power play. Kaplan scoops it back the other way. Judge. Over to Kaplan. Long shot deflected. Poirier now. Over to Patterson. 45 seconds remain in the power play. Kaplan, Patterson off the stick, interdicted by Callahan. Andre purloins it in turn. Patterson now, backhand to Judge. Callahan. Patterson beats him there. It's a pop-up. Callahan bats it away. And there's Kaplan. The Canes lose a stick. Judge going behind the net. And the net is moved. You can't do that. We're going to get a stoppage. Now, the last time that these two teams met before last night was January 12th. Here at the Skate Zone, Miami won that contest 8-4, despite having relatively similar shots on goals. Miami actually had more penalty minutes. You don't often see the team with more penalty minutes winning. And Stulin had himself a hat trick. 7 seconds left in the power play. This is going to be a Hurricanes penalty kill. We're announcing the raffle winners now as the Fighting Knights hoping to get lucky on the Canes side of the ice. Rocha sent back. Sorrow can't get there in time. Cleared by Stulin. Stebbins, quick shot off the blocker. Poked down by Zadakis. Stebbins, long, off the stick of Michelini. That's some pretty impressive hand-eye coordination, honestly. Urum, is beaten by two defenders. Dixon gets the puck caught up on the fast break as Riker Ferry poked away by Rocha. Michelini down to Stulin, and the refs don't like that. Hey, we got to push to the face down there. A needless penalty for Chase Stebbins. And you can guarantee head coach Dave Morey is not going to be happy about that. He'll have some words for him after this game. I mean, that was frustration in the heat of the moment, getting caught up in your emotions, and a simple mistake like that, not letting things simmer back down, has now cost the Fighting Knights a power play. I mean, if you're an athlete, you're going to be competitive. The two go hand in hand, but you can't make stupid mistakes like that. 2 minutes on the board for Stebbins. Stulin now, taking it himself. All the way down the left side, wrapping around the goal. He has the talent to do it all himself, an all-CHS third-team selection last year. Long shot deflected. Falsetto beats Zadakis. Flying puck knocked down. Falsetto with another save. And Haley sends it out of harm's way. Just under 5 minutes have elapsed in this potentially final period, but with these two teams and how close they are talent-wise, would not be shocking if we went to overtime just like last night. Pass off the stick of Way. Patterson bats it away. The rebound is successful. Elian is stolen. Ties it up for the Hurricanes. Some heads-up play for the junior. His 4th goal of the season, his 7th point all around. As we have seen so far tonight, it's not always just about reaction time and about skill as much as it is situational awareness and simply knowing where you are at any given time. That power play will expire now. We are back to even strength, even though the power play is still on the board. It should be a 5-on-5 as Miami has scored and tied this one up. I have to keep talking because the music is loud, and if I stop talking, then we get a copyright strike on our broadcast. And the Canes tried to do it again real quick, but the Fighting Knights are able to get it away temporarily. Desperate shot saved by Falsetto, and the Fighting Knights really need that. They need a moment to recombobulate, to think things over. Because you see a lot of these players on the sidelines hanging their heads and thinking to themselves, what do we have to do to beat these guys? Sometimes it just takes a moment of strategy to think things through. Flying puck is caught by Lattice and taken away by Turlick. But another whistle blows. We're trying something new tonight. The names of the game. You know, we love a good 80 grade name, a good, strong, powerful name. I don't know if you can do much better than Asher Berman, Riker Ferry, or Max Mensimer for the Hurricanes, but let us know your favorite in the comments. We might try to get a little tournament going as the season continues. Who's got the best name in CHS hockey? I mean, Asher Berman sounds like a super spy. Asher Berman heads behind enemy lines. Some fierce competition for the puck there. 14 minutes left in this third period. Quinn Judge now past the blue line. Pass over to Constant. And that hit from Del Duco puts him in his place. Poirier pushing up from forever and a day away, wide right. Down underneath us, it's Del Duco. I mean, it was him and 4 defenders. That wasn't happening. Quick stop by Falsetto. And yeah, as mentioned, we've got a live comment section here on YouTube. Feel free to share your thoughts, and if we happen to like your thoughts, we might even read them. Zach Mensimer says Max Mensimer 100% has the best name on the Hurricanes roster. It's a good one. Not denying it. Nick Nochi pushing up. One-timer misses his man. The pass unsuccessful, and that has been the Achilles heel of the Fighting Knights all night. Patterson now to Andre underneath us. Andre, long shot, deflected off the stick by Hoffman. Michelini pushes up. Patterson now flicks it down the near side. And another whistle blows. All I ask is that if the players are to fight, that they do it on the other side so our cameras can get it. I don't think there was a fight there. I'm just saying in general, I just care about getting it on tape. We had 2 in Lynn's home opener, including an extremely fierce one. Jared Scapatullo served a 1-game suspension for the Fighting Knights. As a result, he grabbed the face mask of the opposing player, but then again, that opposing player grabbed his face mask, so, you know, turnabout, fair play. All is even now. Some beautiful dangling by a stool in there, but just wasn't able to convert. Stulin will try again, poked away. Mensimer down the boards to Stulin. Out to Zadakis. Big hit from Haley. Flying puck caught by Riker Ferry. Down the boards, and the players happy about that. The Fighting Knights not happy about that. Miami takes the lead off a goal by Max Mensimer. That's Mensimer's second goal of the season. The fifth-year defenseman from Glenwood Springs, Colorado, has 21 goals in his Hurricanes career in 79 games played, including this now. Much like Falsetto, another hockey family there, Mensimer's brother once played for San Diego State, ACHA Division II team. And if that fact's not correct, blame the internet. Merrill, quick shot off the skate. And pushed down by McGuire. Now the Fighting Knights playing with a little more desperation. Things could get testy. Officials discussing something with the Miami bench. Couldn't quite hear what it was as they're tied up right underneath us, pushed out of the way to Colt Dixon. Off the stick of Merrill now, and Dixon, he's real fast. He's got some great stick handling. Look at him continuing! Even after he got knocked down. I mean, even if there wasn't a score, that was still incredibly impressive. Dixon gets it around, misses wide left. Kid's a freshman. Merrill hit into the boards. And the deflection for Turlick isn't happening. Now Lattis pushing up with speed. Tries to find a one-timer, deflected off the post. Nearly an own goal. Scary moment for the Canes as Poirier hits Lattis underneath us. They really got to stop playing underneath us. I mean, we can't show it. I can't even see it half the time. Kaplan trying to stop Michelini. Gets away to Merrill. Lattis behind him off the glove. Breguet now. Can't get it in time. Players shouting that's a hold. Referees don't see it. Michelini round the boards. Finds Morin. Right into the glove. Barely a movement, just a flick of the wrist from Falsetto. Sometimes the prettiest stops are the ones where you don't have to move at all. 10:25 remaining in this third period as the Fighting Knights are playing with their backs against the wall. Poirier pushing up, Constant can't get there. And the Hurricanes may just want to kill some time. I mean, look, there's still half of the third period remains. That puck goes up to us. Can you pass me that? Do me a favor. Let's take the... I don't know if you saw that on the camera. How often you see that? They need it? I toss this to somebody? All right, there you go. I thought they'd have more than one. I don't know about you. You telling me they only have one puck for the rest of the game? I thought I could keep it as a souvenir. Either way, Del Duco pushes up, taken away by, looks like Constant. It is constant, and that is pushed across the opposite blue line. In the boards, Doughty comes up with it. Parallel shot. Finds Poirier. Long shot. Misses left. Almost skips back into the broadcast booth. We're going to need helmets up here. Usually not an occupational hazard that is considered when you're working in broadcast. I mean, I've had my fingers jammed in tripods and whatnot before, but... Well, I mean, I've been tackled by a few football players. I'll admit that. I've had volleyballs fly my way. A puck? That's a first time. The Fighting Knights not filled with as much mirth as we are, as they're still down by 1, 8:40 left in the third period. Off the stick of McKiernan, competing with Mensimer. There's Murphy, Andre. McKiernan back to Andre, gets through. Mensimer flicks it. Murphy trying to figure out what to do with it. Off the skates, Andre comes up with it. The Canes getting physical. Here's Nochi. Back to Andre. Sent the wrong way. And a small wrist movement was the difference between a goal and a turnover. Shot wide right. And another stoppage. The Fighting Knights, well, we've got a minor penalty from the sound of it, and we're going to get another power play. This is a Hurricanes power play as Don McKiernan, the freshman from Rhode Island, goes to the bad boy box. That's the last thing you want if you're Lynn right now. You're down a goal, and now you've got a power play to contend with as well. Estulin out to McGuire. Tries to get through, right into the glove of Falsetto. I mean, Falsetto's just a fun goalie to watch out there in general. Lots of glove saves, great reaction time. Flying puck knocked down and sent back out to Mensimer by the Canes. Way pushing up, but Ferry can't chip it in. Now Ferry behind the net. Out to Mensimer. It gets through. It's an accidental clear. I'm pretty sure that was Don McKiernan I just heard from the penalty box, screaming his lungs out at the successful penalty clear. Sent back the other way, and Mensimer can't get to it. There's another. 1 minute remains in the power play. Sadekis taken away by Lattis to Kaplan, hoping for a shorthanded. Stopped by Hoffman. Kaplan with an elbow in the boards. Pushing up now, it's Ferry. And cleared by Patterson. 35 seconds remain in the power play. Estulin trying to get around Kaplan. And he's got to send it off to McGuire. Now pushing down to Ferry. 2-on-1. Ferry deflected by Falsetto and sent away by Patterson yet again. Another dumped puck. 15 seconds left in the power play. Now the Canes taking their time. It's the senior Kyle McGuire from Mahwah, New Jersey. Remy Kagan competing with Rocha. Ferry, and deflected, way shot off the mark. Ferry will try again, same wraparound. This time he takes it himself. Falsetto able to handle business, and that puck gets cleared yet again. This time in icing, we are out of the power play. 5.5 minutes remain, and Lynn is still feeling the heat. The Hurricanes hoping to put this one on ice. Lynn is 2-0 this season. They went 9-12-1 last season. Of course, this is the first season for most of these teams down in Florida as a member of the ACHA. There's a big conference realignment shakeup. Previously, almost everyone, Lynn and Miami included, were members of the AAU. Long shot goes in! Evan Rocha ties us up! A three-pointer for Rocha. Keep the puck, you earned it. That was a bullet. And we're tied at 4 apiece. That is Evan Rocha's first collegiate goal in his second season with the Fighting Knights. Last year he played 22 games, had 4 assists, but no goals. And Drew Constant and Quinn Judge pick up assists on it. This young core is really paying dividends for the Fighting Knights. And yeah, we could have another overtime situation on our hands. If we do, don't forget overtime is sudden death. And if no team scores within the remaining time, we go to penalty shots. Neither team can really breathe at this point as Patterson bats the puck down, but the Fighting Knights can at least breathe a little easier. Big hit there. Lattice, 4-on-1, still holding his own. Into the boards. Big shoulder, and it looks like we're getting a delayed penalty call on that. On the left side of your screen there, yeah, that was a bit of an elbow. Generally, the rule of thumb, whether it be hockey, soccer, or any other contact sport, yes, soccer does count as a contact sport, is that a little bit of contact is all right as long as it is not done with malice and with intent to injure. If it is reckless, the rule is that's a penalty. A little bit of measured contact, play on. Another Fighting Knights power play brought to you by Goldie's Gang. Poirier hanging back. Finds Andre in the corner. Judge back to Andre. Stopped by Hoffman. You know, to be honest, I'm surprised we haven't really had a fight yet tonight. We had that late hit, which turned into a penalty for Stebbins. But no fisticuffs yet. How close these two teams are. Thought there might be a little bit of brouhaha. Callahan pushing up, taken away. And now it's Judge to Andre. Backhand caught up in the stick of Turlik. And Poirier has to fight to get it back on the Fighting Knights side. Just over 3 minutes remain in the third period. Andre across the way to Kaplan through the stick. 1:15 remain in the power play. Another long shot, and this time stopped by Hoffman. I mean, the Fighting Knights have had success from the circles. Why not keep trying it? 1:10 left in the power play. All tied up. And that one goes out. A minute left now. 3 minutes remain in the period. And Falsetto quickly stops that. Time is not on either team's side right now. Dixon flying down the boards on the near side. Now Doughty. Bit of a toss-up. Dixon now. Out of the way. Lattice pushing up. Back to Lattice. Lattice takes the hit. Goes round the boards. Constance there. 30 seconds left in the power play. Constant looking for an option. Doughty wasn't going to be it. Too many men around him. Lattice now trying to get away and is able to defend that puck. Constant tries to pass. It is purloined by Zadakis, but the Fighting Knights recover. Constant, Dixon, shot deflected. Merrill now, off the chest of Hoffman. Canes got real lucky. Dixon pushing up. Astulin, it's a him and the goalie, and Astulin prevails. The Hurricanes ecstatic as a gale force goal blows in off the stick of Elian Astulin. 5-4, 141 remains. That's Astulin's second goal of the night. And there's a bit of dejection from the Fighting Knights bench. What a back and forth contest this has been. Nochi searching for that puck near us. They really have to start playing on the near boards as soon as things get interesting, don't they? Quick flick from Del Duco, not near the net in any remote capacity. Huge hit. Asaro got caught up. Someone loses a stick. That's Del Duco. An even bigger hit from Nochi, and now the Fighting Knights getting real aggressive. Stopped by Hoffman. They're getting physical with good reason. 1:04 left in this contest. This is crunch time. It is desperation. The Fighting Knights hoping to avoid their first loss of the 2025-26 season, and it looks like we're going to get their first timeout, and of course their only timeout of the night. Got to draw up a play real quick, figure out what to do in this scenario. Now, you know, every day is a good day to have a lobster roll from our good friends at the Boca Lobster Roll Company, but today is also National Dance Day. It is National Fried Rice Day, or as they call it in China, Gelfand. It is National String Cheese Day, and it is International Red Panda Day, in case you're a fan of the cuddly little creatures, nature's teddy bears. Fun fact for you. I learned a little bit of Chinese. The word rice is so ever present in Chinese culture that, believe it or not, the word for rice and the word for food in Chinese are exactly the same. For both of them, it's fun. Chinese is a tonal language, so the way you say the word changes its meaning. Imagine if saying house and house meant two different words. Tough language. A little break for the Fighting Knights as this face-off in the near circle where they need to be. Dixon quickly flicks. It's behind the net. Andre moving to get it. It is tied up in the nets. Or in the boards, excuse me. Dowdy trying to fight for it as well. 50 seconds. Gets it out to Dixon. Kane's trying to screen. Quick shot. Deflected by Hoffman. Almost clear. Dixon gets it back into harm's way. Another shot deflected. Dixon off of him to Merrill. Long shot nearly threads the needle. Stopped by Hoffman. Dixon through the skates. Oh, that was almost it. Piling up near the nets. Cleared out of the way by the Hurricanes. 20 seconds. And that clear could do it. The net is empty for the Fighting Knights. The goalie has been pulled. 10 seconds. All they got to do is hold it or poke it in as Stolen completes the hat trick and puts this one out of reach. I can't repeat what Stolen just said to his bench. With the expletive omitted, he said, and that's how we do it. 6 seconds left, and this one is all but guaranteed. A tough loss for the Fighting Knights, but an incredible, gutsy win for the Miami Hurricanes. That is all she wrote. The Miami Hurricanes pick up their first victory of the season. A hat trick by Elian Estulin seals the deal. Your final score is 6-4. You're not going to win them all. But boy, do the Fighting Knights wish they won that one. It doesn't get much closer. What a game this one was. I admit, it started out a little bit sloppy. Some bad passing from both sides of the puck. As the game went on, it got more physical, it got more fast-paced. We saw better shots, we saw better shot selection. And by the time we got to the third period, it was anyone's game, and I do mean anyone's. This lead changed hands, 3-4 times throughout this entire contest? And really, it could have been anyone who came up with it, but it was that empty net goal by Estulin which sealed the deal, put the nail in the coffin, and now the Knights have tasted defeat. The Fighting Knights have tasted defeat for the first time this season. Thank you so very much for joining us here live on YouTube, not just tonight, but our last game and for the rest of the season, because you're going to want to join us for our next broadcast, which is also Lynn's next game, Friday the 26th at 8 o'clock against UCF. That should be a good one. Until then, though, my name is Sam Gelfand, and on behalf of everyone here on this broadcast at Lynn University and the entire College Hockey South Conference, have a very good night wherever you may be.